What's good with your fam? Welcome to Big Faces Worldwide. We'll be talking nothing but this boxing. Hey, listen, man. Listen to me very carefully, man. If y'all remember last year, not last year, but before Keith one time Thurman got hurt, went on his little hiatus or whatever, the talk of the town, the fight to be made, was Keith Thurman versus Errol Spence Jr. Y'all remember that? Huh? Y'all remember when everyone wanted to fight Keith Thurman to prove that they belong at 147, that they belong at welterweight. They had to defeat Keith Thurman. Now, Keith Thurman has been out of the ring for 22 months, came back, had a fight with Josecito Lopez. A fight that, he was looking good up until the 7th round when he got hurt. But like true champions do, Keith Thurman was able to finish the fight. He was able to overcome his adversity and defeat Lopez. But of course, all the critics still going to bash him and knock him and hit him over the head. Never mind the fact that he'd been out of the ring 22 months. Never mind the fact that, he had elbow surgery. Never mind the fact that he had hand problems. All they seen was a guy who they perceive to be a ducker, who they perceive to be scared of the boogeyman, Errol Spence Jr. So everybody, balled up Keith Thurman like a piece of old school paper, man, and threw him in the garbage like he wasn't nothing. Forgot about him. You understand what I'm saying? Now the talk of the town is Errol Spence Jr. versus Terrence Crawford. Is the best fight to be made at welterweight. Possibly the best fight to be made in the sport of boxing. And you know what? They may be right. You know what I'm saying? They may be right. My question that I pose to you is, if Keith Thurman, the word on the street is Keith Thurman and Manny Pacquiao is a done deal, man. You know what I'm saying? They're supposed to fight this summer. You know what I mean? That's the word on the street. You check my word on the street. You check my word of the street history, man, and all of my word on the streets has been right on point, man. You know what I'm saying? So, Keith Thurman versus the legend, Manny Pacquiao, the 40-year-old Manny Pacquiao. If Keith Thurman knocks out the legend, Manny Pacquiao, mark my words, people will start to say Keith Thurman's name again. People will start to say Errol Spence versus Keith Thurman is the fight. Terrence Crawford versus Keith Thurman is the fight, And I do believe that, Sean Porter and Errol Spence, I do believe that fight will get done. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, but we're not going to get Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence, in my opinion, no time soon, because the two sides cannot agree. The two sides cannot sit down, man. Bob Arum keeps wanting to unleash his verbal assault on the Al Heyman and PBC side, man. And Al Heyman, he wants to sit on his hands and doesn't want to meet with these guys because of that. So, whatever the case may be, man, wherever they're not meeting, they're not meeting. They're not meeting, and we're not going to get that fight. But what we will get is the winner of Sean Porter versus Errol Spence. They're going to have to go and see Keith Thurman. You understand what I'm saying? They're going to have to go see Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman is in the position that he wanted to be in. He wanted to be in position where he can have 3 world titles. You understand what I'm saying? But that's how it's going to go down, man. The winner of Keith Thurman versus Errol Spence versus Sean Porter. They're going to fight Keith Thurman, man. And then the winner of that fight, Keith Thurman versus Sean Porter, Spence winner, will go and see. That's when they'll make the Bud Crawford fight for all the marbles, for the undisputed championship of the world, man. But mark my words, once Keith Thurman knocks out Manny Pacquiao, everybody going to be speaking his name again. Everybody's going to be talking about one time. Everybody will remember why we called him one time. We gonna remember why Keith Thurman. Everybody was talking about Keith Thurman. You know, Keith Thurman was on the verge of being that dude, man. You know, the guy that Earl Spence has become, the star that Earl Spence has become. That's where Keith Thurman was headed. That's where Keith Thurman was headed, man. And if he's really serious about this comeback, if he's really serious about this boxing thing, you know what I'm saying, then I do believe that Keith Thurman is one of the best fighters at welterweight, you know, if he's still serious, if he still got that hunger, if he still wants it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people thought Danny Garcia still didn't want it. But I knew he did. I seen it in him. You know what I'm saying? Danny Garcia looked it very good against Adrian Granados, man. Adrian Granados is tough. You know, he's lost many fights, but he never been dominated in a fight. You know, he always fought real skillfully. He always fought tough. You know, he was always in a tough fight, even if he lost. Danny Garcia went in there and made him look mediocre. You know what I mean? So I say that to say, man, you cannot count these fighters out, man. You cannot count them out, because the moment you count them out, man, they remind you of why you were speaking their name in the first place, man. They're still young, man. These guys is late 20s, early 30s, man. They're in the prime of their career. And as long as they got it up in here mentally, as long as they ready mentally, man, you know, the sky's the limit, man. I think they can do all things. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see, man. But my prediction is that Keith Thurman is going to be in a real good position should he beat Manny Pacquiao. But there ain't no guarantee that he will beat Pacquiao. But I do think Keith Thurman, being a younger fighter, being the fresher fighter, I do think that he will be the favorite going up against Manny Pacquiao. And should he be successful against the legend Manny Pacquiao, should he get Manny Pacquiao's name on his resume, should he be able to knock the legend who is Manny Pacquiao out, I do think everybody will have Keith Thurman's name back in their mouth. You understand what I'm saying? And Keith Thurman will be talked about again amongst the elite at the welterweight division, man. You know, I'm just going to sit back and watch it. You know, I'm going to sit back and watch it. That's all I got for now, man. In the meantime and in between time, stay blessed and keep on supporting this thing that we love called boxing. Peace. I'll be back.